worshiper. I'm a giver. I'm a tither. And all this hell that broke loose in my life. Y'all quiet. I brought my children up in the household of faith. My children came up in Sunday school. My children learned John 3:16 at an early age. My children ain't never heard me curse. They ain't never seen me do nothing wrong. And your word said if I bring up a child in the way that they should go, well, Lord, when they get older, they would not depart. Help me understand. I got a child putting needles in their veins. Y'all ain't gonna hear me. I preach to y'all tonight. My child saw male and female. How is it then, God, that my son then turned out to be a homosexual and the daughter then turned out to be a lesbian? Not my children, I'm preaching, say amen. Can I preach to y'all? How is it then, Lord, that my son, daughter, then turned out to be crackheads? I just want to know why. Somebody say why? Somebody say why? He said, why is all this befallen us when your word says, yea, though I walk through the valleys and the shadow of death, that I would not fear no evil. When your word says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High God shall abide up under the shadows of the Almighty. When your word says that if I keep my mind stayed on you, you'll keep me in perfect peace. Y'all ain't gonna hear me preach. Gideon said, Lord, somebody say, Lord, why? Anybody here ever ask why? Y'all acting like y'all ain't said why. Somebody look up to heaven and say, why, Lord? And Gideon said, he said, since I got your attention, where are your miracles? See, I don't need a God that used to heal. I don't need a God that may heal tomorrow. Yeah, I read your resume. I heard about it, that you opened up the Red Sea. Yeah, but I got some Red Seas in my life, and I need you to open my Red Seas. Y'all ain't saying them here. Yeah, I heard about you turning water into wine. I need you to turn these pennies into dollars. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Yes, can I preach to y'all? Somebody say, why? Somebody say, where your miracles at? Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, if I ever needed a miracle, I need one now. Shout yeah. Shout yes. I'm getting ready to close now. Go to chapter 7. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, the answer. I'm going to preach now. Somebody say 911. Yeah. Watch this now. Judges 7 and verse 9. Let me build this for y'all now. Now God done called Gideon. Y'all watch him here. And he done told him he would use him to deliver the people from the Midianites. Come on, I'm closing now. And Gideon said to him, Lord, if you're going to use me, I've got to have a sign. Somebody say a sign. He said, let the ground be dry and let the fleece be wet. Well, when he got up the next morning, the fleece was wet and the ground was dry. He said, I don't mean to disturb you, sir, but I got to have another sign. Let the fleece be dry and the ground wet. Well, God did that. We got anybody in here? Every now and then, I tell you, you got to have a sign from God. Y'all act like y'all ain't got to have no sign. Can I preach to y'all anyway? So the next morning, somebody say the next morning, when Gideon got up, I'm closing it now. Verse number 9. It came to pass the same night that the Lord said unto him, arise. Somebody say arise. Get thee down unto the host, for I have delivered it into thine hand. But if thou fear Go thou with Pharaoh thy servant down to the host, and thou shalt hear what they say. Wait a minute, Lord. Somebody said you're going to hear what they say. Wait a minute. Somebody say, wait a minute. No. I'm like this. I would have told the Lord, now you want me to go listen to what the enemy is saying about me. But I can already tell you what the enemy said. They told me I wouldn't amount to anything. They told me I wasn't going to make it. They told me I would have high blood, low blood like my daddy. They told me since my daddy died with colon cancer, I'm going to have colon cancer. See, y'all ain't going to talk to me. He said, son, you're going to hear what the enemy says. Y'all watch me. You're going to hear what the enemy says. And after you hear what your enemy says, you're going to put your shouting shoes back on. Y'all come on, let me preach. After you, somebody say, obey God, preach. After you hear what the enemy says, you're going to be encouraged. Wait just 1 minute. See, I done found out something about the devil. The devil says one thing to your face, but he says something else behind your back. I'm going to preach to y'all tonight. Do y'all remember the TV show called In Living Color? And there was a woman on there, Pastor Ruby, and every time somebody would come through the playground, here she is, young man coming through the playground, she would say, hey baby, I like your outfit, that is so nice. But when the young man was gone, she would turn around to the camera and say, he probably stole it from Goodwill. Y'all ain't gonna hear me. Y'all remember the song back in the day that says smiling? Y'all ain't gonna hear me. People say one thing to your face, but they say something else behind your back.